What's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another Final Fantasy 15 video. It's been a little while since we last pumped out anything to do with 15, but today for you guys, I thought we would do another Kingdom Hearts mod feature for the game, seeing as I actually pumped out a Kingdom Hearts mod video for Final Fantasy 15 quite some time ago, but since then, quite a few new Kingdom Hearts mods have actually been added. So here are 10 Kingdom Hearts mods for Final Fantasy 15. First up, we have the Goofy mod created by Cornbread531. This is a mod that replaces the skin of Gladios to, of course, Goofy, and I'm so glad to see that we finally do now have skins for all three of the Half Pint, Sora, Donald, and Goofy. In my very first Kingdom Hearts mod video for Final Fantasy 15, I did already show off the Donald mod, as well as, of course, the Sora mod for both Ignis as well as Noctis. Now we finally do have a Goofy skin mod for, of course, Gladio. One hilarious thing about this mod is sometimes when Gladio is actually moving his lips and stuff, it looks really strange with Goofy. It kind of stretches out his cheeks a little bit. Absolutely hilarious, but of course, if you do want to now have Goofy a part of your team, you can do so. Next up is Riku's brand new Keyblade, the Braveheart, created by Little Josie. So this is obviously the Braveheart Keyblade that is used as a sword weapon in the game. Its attack rating is 180, so it's a little bit strong, especially if you want to use this for like an early game weapon. I don't recommend doing so, otherwise of course you'll be a little bit overpowered, but more so suited for about mid to sort of late game. You won't be slicing things in absolute half every single time you whip this dildo stick out. But very, very cool. The model itself is very high detail, and Little Joe did a fantastic job of putting this into 15. Next up is Lucian Scythe, the Graceful Dahlia, which once again is created by Little Josie and does have an attack rating of 338. This is acting as a great sword weapon, but because it does have 338 attack, this is probably, again, not recommended for an early game weapon, as you're going to be obliterating anything that stands before you. Again, looking really, really nice. A lot of these weapon mods that I will be showing off in this video are actually created by Little Josie, and he's done a wonderful job of importing them into Final Fantasy 15, with also retaining high quality for all the weapons as well. Next up is the Oblivion Oathkeeper, created by Thick Nigerian Prince. Loving the name, very spicy name. But this is a dagger mod for Noctis, and that ultimately makes sense, seeing as you are actually equipped with both the Oblivion and Oathkeeper, and obviously with daggers in Final Fantasy 15, you generally wield two. So yeah, these would probably go down as the thickest and biggest daggers that you can probably have throughout 15. They come with an attack rating of 250, so again, this is more so suited as a late game item if you don't want to be too overpowered. But very cool that someone has decided to go ahead and put both the Oblivion and the Oathkeeper into the game, even though they are dagger weapons. Still, they look really, really cool when you're using them. Maybe a little bit flunky, seeing as daggers are meant to be small and these are pretty damn big. But fantastic work by a Thick Nigerian Prince. Next is Quicklow, created by Little Josie. These are obviously the first stage Keyblade transformation for the Happy Gang Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts 3. Little Josie also made a Hyper Hammer mod, which I showed off in my initial Kingdom Hearts Final Fantasy 15 video. So yeah, he's actually also gone ahead and made a few of the Keyblade transformations as weapons in Final Fantasy 15 as well. These specifically are daggers, once again, obviously, because we are wielding two of them, and they come with an attack rating of 205. So again, more so suited for mid to end game combat. They look a little bit clunky just because they are quite big, and like just, you know, running around with two oversized dildo sticks is sort of funny looking, but they look really cool nonetheless, especially how well this person has actually modeled these together, you know, with the Monsters Inc. hard hat, the claw down the end. It just looks really, really good. Next up is Axel's Chakram's Eternal Flames, once again created by Little Joe C. These are acting as, again, daggers because we do have two of them and come in with an attack rating of 121, so not overly too strong, more so suited for about like mid game or early mid-game. Gotta say, it's absolutely awesome though to be using Flame Boy's weapons in Final Fantasy 15, and they look really good. They also give you a boost in fire damage as well. And honestly, with the dagger animations in Final Fantasy 15, the chakrams look really, really good. They don't look like too weird when you're actually using them. Like some modded weapons look a little bit strange with the preset animations, but specifically for the dagger animations, they go really well with what we would normally be used to with seeing Axel using the chakram fulcrums in a Kingdom Hearts game. Next up is fair game, Luxord's weapons from Kingdom Hearts, created by, again, Little Joe C. We know that Luxord actually uses a deck of cards and not so much like 2 oversized giant cards. However, though, in some of his attacks, when you're actually versing him specifically in Kingdom Hearts 2, there is a point in time you actually do see him pull out 2 massive cards. So more so this is part of one of his attacks, but really cool that they decided to chuck in 2 oversized playing cards as actual weapons in the game. We can also see a part of this weapon model, there's like a dice where I guess like the handle is meant to be, which we don't actually see in Kingdom Hearts when Luxord is using the cards as weapons, but you know, still adds to the whole theme of Luxord. They look a little bit funny just because like these are meant to be dagger weapons and they're absolutely massive cards. They come with an attack rating of 55, so these are actually more so suited to use early game, which is nice if you guys are looking for some Kingdom Hearts mod weapons for the game that aren't too strong. Next up is Foldre Luxine's knife weapons, created by, once again, Little Joe C. They come with an attack rating of 82, so more so suited for early game, and these look absolutely amazing as obviously dagger weapons, as we have a set of 4 in each of our hands. You don't really see them all too well, but that makes sense because these are knife weapons. They also give you a bit of a thunder boost as well, which is to no surprise, as well as a slight magic boost. Plain as Ignis, these would be a little bit more better suited, as of course when you go into the thunder elemental mode and you're equipped with these, it makes a lot of sense if of course you know you first like seeing time and time again with all of her zippity zap thunder attacks. Next up is Xigbar's sharpshooter gun weapon, created by Little Joe C. Yes, that's right, we even do have Xigbar's gun arena. Now, I'm not really too fond of gun weapons within Final Fantasy 15. I just leave all of that business over to Prompto, just because really when you're using guns in this game, you just don't really feel all that involved in the actual combat. But this comes with an attack rating of 121, so not too high, not too overpowered, more so suited for that early-ish mid-game. Now, unfortunately, this is only one gun. As we know, in Kingdom Hearts, Xigbar uses 2 sharpshooters. But of course, because in Final Fantasy 15 there is no dual-wielding with guns, we can only, unfortunately, use 1. A little while ago, it would have been strange to see Sora running around with a gun weapon, but now we're just so used to it, seeing as there's a lot of different gun Keyblade transformations throughout Kingdom Hearts 3, so this isn't too wacky to be looking at, but still very, very cool that Little Joe C decided to add this in. Definitely better suited for a Prompto weapon, especially with Prompto's gameplay. And last up is the Book of Retribution, which is Zexion's illusionary tome weapon from the series, again created by Little Joe C. Has done an absolutely amazing job on a lot of these different Organization 13 weapons, as well as the other Keyblade weapons that he's created as well. But man oh man, this looks really, really nice. Again, this is acting as a shield, which is hilarious considering it is an oversized book, although of course, when Zexion is using it, it's actually an actual sized book, so unfortunately we can't run around the world space of 15, you know, casting out wizardry spells and motherfucking Harry Potter death strikes. But still, this is very cool. Now, this comes with an attack rating of 42, so it's actually not all that strong and actually better suited for early game. I just gotta say that it looks hilarious just lugging this massive fucking thick Deathly Hallows Part 3 tome around the place, absolutely annihilating people with it. You definitely get some sort of a funny satisfaction out of using an oversized tome as a literal weapon. And as a little bit of a bonus feature, I thought I'd chuck in this absolutely hilarious modded outfit, which is the DLC Memorial outfit created by Mr. Saturn 241. This is hilarious. So essentially, this is an outfit that you can equip, as you guys can see, and it basically turns Noctis into a bunch of different headstones commemorating the lost additions to Final Fantasy 15 that never came to be, unfortunately. We got the news sort of towards the end of last year that, of course, Square Enix would no longer be going ahead with the extra pieces of additional content for Final Fantasy 15 and only making one of the DLC episodes, which recently released, which was Episode Arden. Super unfortunate that for the likes of something like Episode Noctis, Luna Freya, also the level editor for the game as well for the PC version never saw the day of light because obviously these other extra character DLCs were going to sort of focus on things that happened throughout the game, prior to the game, but also for the likes of episode Noctis, The Final Strike, was going to give us a wrap-up on sort of an alternate ending for Final Fantasy XV overall. And also the level editor that never came to be. During PAX East of last year, I was actually sitting down with one of the figureheads for the Final Fantasy XV team, and he was actually telling me a lot about their plans for the level editor for the game, and how there were going to be really cool competitions held where, of course, creators could go ahead and create their own levels, and that they would be featured and spotlighted by Square Enix. And some of the ideas and plans they had for the level editor sounded extremely awesome, but unfortunately, due to the Final Fantasy team disbanding, with obviously Hashime Tabata stepping away from Square Enix, none of this came to be. So an absolutely hilarious mod to commemorate the fact that, yeah, we never ever got this DLC. However guys, that is basically all for today. Just some Final Fantasy XV mods, obviously Kingdom Hearts related. If you guys do like these videos, please do let me know, because I would like to do more mod feature videos for Final Fantasy XV in the near future. So please be sure to leave your thoughts and opinions in the description down below. If you guys would like to download any of these mods, simply search up the creator of the mod over on the Steam Workshop, or just simply type up the name of the mod that is on screen on the Steam Workshop, and you'll be able to find them no problem. Now guys, I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stain. Gold in my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crate, gaming up the bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.